you. my candidacy as a Republican for the office of Knox County Sheriff. I am the son of the late Bobby and Pauline Jones. My paternal grandparents were Cy Bear Jones and Layla Caleb Jones of Green Road. My maternal grandparents were Arthur Vaughn and Pearl Lawson Vaughn of Woolham. I have deep roots here, and Knox County has always been home to me. I'm married to Leslie Jones. Together we're blessed with 3 beautiful daughters, Emma Jones, Reagan Mills and husband Brady, Lily Jones, and grandson Drake. At the age of 17, I joined the Army National Guard, where I proudly served for over 23 years, to include more than 21 years of active duty. Many people knew me as the National Guard recruiter, but I served in many different roles. After retiring from the Guard, I was able to follow my childhood dream of becoming a law enforcement officer. During my almost decade of policing, which it didn't take that long, I got to see the devastation that illegal drugs had on our families, our community, seeing the people that it was taking way too soon. If elected sheriff, I plan to wage a full-scale fight against illegal drugs using a 3-fold approach. Helping addicts get treatment and recovery support, no matter how many attempts it takes. Our people are worth it. Shutting down drug dealers, putting them in jail, or running them out. Illegal drugs will not be tolerated in our county. Establishing the chaplain corps, reaching out to our pastors across Knox County to provide spiritual and emotional support for addicts, families, or anyone in crisis 24 hours a day. Sheriff, I will demand professionalism, respect, and dedication from every deputy. My deputies will be in uniform, and they will share the love of the people of this county. I will also lead from the front. I will be on the work schedule, including nights and weekends, as a 24-hour sheriff who is approachable, reachable, and committed to serving the citizens of Knox County, from Barberville to Corbin. I humbly ask for your vote. Together we can build a safer, stronger Knox County.
The following is a presentation of the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network. It's time for the Martin's Peterbilt Game of the Week. Brought to you by Martin's Peterbilt of London, Kentucky. Your local Farm Bureau agents Donovan and Jimmy Storm. Restyles Consignment Store on Ford Street in Corbin. Sierra Swords and the good folks at Heritage Pharmacy in Williamsburg. Wildcat Harley Davidson in London, Kentucky. Your local Allstate agent Zach Davison from Corbin. The L4 Security Group in London, Kentucky. Your premier dish provider, American Cable. Lonnie Collins and the Store of Lily. Clayton Mobile Homes of London, Kentucky. Dusk Till Dawn, Lawn and Landscaping and Curb Appeal. Aikens Construction and Excavation. All sponsors of the Game of the Week here on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network. No doubt in the world we live in today, security is our number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton have over 60 years experience in the industry and protect over 12 states. Make sure you check out their new location at 116 Shiloh Drive in London, Kentucky. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for your sponsorship of the 13th Region Media Network.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Gondolier's Italian Restaurant and Pizza had been around since 2009. They're locally owned and operated and enjoy sharing their made-from-scratch. Gondolier's Italian Restaurant and Pizza had been around since 2009. They're locally owned and operated and enjoy sharing their made-from-scratch Italian favorites, such as oven-fresh pizza and the sweetest desserts in the London and surrounding community. They use fresh ingredients and offer something for everyone's taste. Pizza, pasta, burgers, wings, sandwiches, and lots more. And don't forget those made-from-scratch cakes. Whether you're a beloved customer or for the first time, we'd love to welcome you to Gondolier's Italian Restaurant, off exit 41 in London.
Life is full of surprises. Some good, some unexpected. That's why you need protection for your home, your car, and your family's future. I'm Agent Jimmy Storm, your local Kentucky Farm Bureau agent, and I'll help you find personalized coverage that fits your needs and your budget. Call me today at 606-528-2030 for a free quote and a peace of mind.
If you have a building project, please consider the good folks at Aikens Construction and Excavating. Their company's history is rooted in a family legacy passed down from generation to generation. They have over 50 years of home building experience. They will build any size house. They've built commercial jobs such as banks, gas stations, and restaurants. And more importantly, they'll take care of the whole process. You won't have to worry about it. Call Jordan Aikens today, 606-215-7531. Proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network.
This is Donovan Storm here, the manager at the Kentucky Farm Bureau office, the South Laurel Agency here on West Cumberland Gap Parkway in Corbin. My office offers a full line of insurance products to protect your family and your business needs. We offer home, auto, life, health, workers' compensation, and business insurance. I have a friendly staff that's ready to assist you. Give us a call at 528-2030. Again, my staff is located at 1456 West Cumberland Gap Parkway, Corbin, Kentucky.
Let me introduce you to pharmacist Sierra Swords and the good folks at Heritage Pharmacy. Heritage Pharmacy is an independently owned pharmacy located within the Dayspring Regional Health Center at Cumberland Regional Mall. They offer prescription refills, consultation, OTC medications, immunizations, and have a convenient drive-through. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call them today, 606-560-6580. That's Heritage Pharmacy in the Cumberland Regional Mall in Williamsburg.
We blaze trails where others won't, refusing to settle for the status quo. We hunger for something more. We will stop at nothing to achieve it. Riding across great plains, over mountain passes, and through the heart of America to see more, feel more, be more. This is our American dream. Ride with us.
Laurel County Sheriff John Root would like to wish all the student athletes of the 13th Region a very happy, successful, and injury-free season. He'd also like to invite you to come see the brand new state-of-the-art Sheriff's Office located at 1380 Kentucky 192 East in Laurel County. From all the staff serving Laurel County, we thank you for being proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network. When it comes to protecting what you love, you want an insurance agent that cares more about you, more about your world, and more about what you need. And that's exactly what you'll get from Corbin insurance agent Zach Davison. He's my insurance agent, and he's an agent that doesn't just know about Corbin, but he lives here, and he wants to protect life here. Contact Zach today. It's located on Cumberland Falls Highway in Corbin, Kentucky. You're in good hands with Allstate. Are you ready to get more out of your television experience? Then consider the good folks at American Cable. Chris Markham and his crew will do their best to give you a great experience because they are your local dish premier retailer. They're located in the Oak Tree Plaza on North Laurel Road. Call them today at 606-712-4203. They have packages starting at $89.99 a month. That's American Cable, proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network.
When searching for a home, experience matters. And here at Clayton Homes of London, we've had the same management for over 25 years.
We take pride in servicing you from start to finish, beginning with our 1-year warranty and our award-winning service team.
Don't get caught up in home-only pricing. Our base packages include delivery, setup, footers, and heat pump.
Come on by, we'll treat you like family.
Have you heard about the store of Lily? Have you seen all the traffic? Let me tell you about my good friend, Lonnie Collins, a proud sponsor of the 13th Region Media Network. He has a store in Lily that has a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and all at a price that you can afford. He's overstocked. He's right in Lily between London and Corbin at 5547 U.S. Highway 25. Go see Lonnie Collins today. He'll take care of you. If you're looking to increase the value of your home, one of the best ways to do that is by your curb appeal and your landscape. You need to go see my friends Josh and Cam Maxey. This project here was my house. They did an unbelievable job and increased the value of my property by thousands of dollars. There's no job too big, no job too small. For all your mowing, landscaping, and curbing needs, call Josh Maxey today at dusk till dawn, 606-224-0715. Are you looking for the ultimate place to train? Welcome to Legend Training Studio, located at 100 Bacho Way in London, Kentucky. They're behind Walmart and next to Center Target. Step into the state-of-the-art facility, packed with premier equipment and over 13,000 pounds of free weights. Train with confidence and recover in our dry heat saunas. With 24/7 access, your schedule never holds you back. That's Legend Training Studio, where strength becomes a lifestyle. It's been a great week of high school basketball for the boys and the girls. We're glad to have you with us here on the Martin's Peterbilt presentation of In the Huddle here on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network. Great week of basketball on the boys and girls side, and no greater than the game of the week that we were able to bring to you. A phenomenal game when the North Laurel Jaguar boys team traveled to Log Mountain to take on the Bobcats and Coach Sizemore. Great team. On the call for that game was our good friend Steve Black. Steve is able to join us tonight from his home studio. Good to see you tonight, my friend. How's everything in the Black home?
Well, I was actually over at the arena this morning, Ronnie. I was getting my parking spot as I was getting ready for the region tournament here in a couple of weeks. And then, you called and asked me to be on. So I kind of went back here to the studios of Steve and the Steve Black show. So I just did it for you, Ronnie. So then I guess I'll go back over to the arena and hang out at the parking lot for the next couple of weeks. I work from home, so as long as I have internet service, I can get my job done and things like that. But good to be here. And you mentioned, really good game last night. Before we talk about that, we actually had two games of the week this week. DC Turner, Sean Jackson, they had the big game with Madison Central, at North on Thursday night. Madison Central, taking that one. But, myself, Les Dixon on the call, and really good atmosphere. It was good atmosphere. It had that region feel. We talked about that this is this is probably a preview of a possible championship, and you'll see how things play out. Again, we talk about draws and stuff later on in the show, and so it's going to depend on a lot of different things. But I think equally matched teams, two coaches that go way back, and so kind of know each other's tendencies and things like that. So it really came down to execution. Bell County coming out early. And according to Coach Valentine, and quoted into Les Dixon's article, check it out on the website, 13thRegionMediaNetwork.com, all one word, right? Check it out. But in that Bell County punched them early, and and they held on. Actually, North didn't take a lead, Bronny, until the first couple of seconds of overtime. They managed to come back, and Bell had a chance to win it in regulation. Unfortunately, they did not. But Ethan Buell came up big there in the overtime period. And, despite the efforts of Reese Davidson, who had a monster night, again, Bell County prevailed. But, again, 5-point win, could have gone either way. But it was, again, a good atmosphere. I think some people would think that, the game was kind of sloppy at times. And, yeah, it was. It was very slow at the beginning. But, two good teams filling each other out. And so they can see things now. They've played each other, and get a chance to make adjustments in case they meet again.
I thought it was very neat when I first started watching the game. It was typical Bell County basketball, old school, Lewis Morris, slow, just kind of a slow down pace. And all of a sudden, then threes just start flying left and right, people making some big shots. One of our guests tonight we're going to have on the show is young Mr. Ferguson from Bell County. How special is that young man going to be by the time he reaches his senior year?
Oh, yeah. Remember the name Braxton Ferguson. And, again, you said just a freshman. He'll probably be a player of the region within the next couple of years. And again, again, that's the potential for that young man. And so I had a chance to see him back in December in a game against Middlesboro. Very impressed, and did not disappoint last night as well. I think he ended up with 17 points, but it was a great battle to see with him and Reese Davidson. It was really good to see. Maybe he'll talk more about that when you talk to him later on tonight. But yeah, remember the name Braxton Ferguson, definitely.
Reese talking about him, but Mr. Rollins, man, can shoot the rocks, and Els and those other guys. The strength of schedule for both of those teams, I think, sets them aside. You look at them; they both have 5-6 losses, but they've not had a cupcake schedule, Mr. Black.
Well, we talked about this last night, and it is a cliche. Iron sharpens iron. These two teams, they don't shy away from big games. In fact, they got big games coming up this week. North, again, they had a 14-game winning streak snapped on Thursday with Madison Central. Got a 2-game losing streak, and guess where they go? They go to GRC tomorrow night, a perennial top 20 team. And so, again, no rest for the weary there. They got a big one. And then for Bell County, Ashland Blazer comes to town next Friday, and they, I think in the latest rankings, around 21. And again, a perennial power there in the 16th region. They've seen some trips to Lexington as well with the Sweet 16. Oh, programming note, by the way. Last night we said that I guess it was going to be the last game of the week until the regional. I guess we lied. I'm going to mea culpa here. We lied, apparently. So as we were breaking down last night, Ronnie, Principal Jeff Brock came up, and we were just kind of talking everything. And again, shout out to Mr. Brock and his staff there at Bell County, very hospitable, allowing us to do that last night. They invited us to come back, so we're going to be there Friday night. So check it out here on the 13th Region Media Network. Game of the week, it'll be Ashland Blazer taking on Bell County. Senior night for the Bobcats as they honor let's see, Caden Huff and Blake Burnett. We'll talk about Blake here in a moment as well. He hit a milestone last night, by the way, and so it ought to be a good one. And I wanted to say this to the people that follow the network, Ronnie. Again, we're at the mercy of the internet, and we had some buffering issues and things like that. But I went back and watched some of it last night. The audio was great, again. So we're going to try to work on some things to kind of get better quality in that. But we did have a lot of people tuning in, and thanks to those that did tune in. Again, really exciting game.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier. I was watching at different times of the night. There were over 300 people watching the game at a time, one of the premier games of the year. I had circled that on my calendar at the beginning of the year. We knew that was going to be a great game, and it sure lived up to those expectations. So the game of the week, Friday night, will be Bell County hosting Ashland Blazer, who's a tough team in themselves. I want to talk just a little bit, Steve, about the 13th Region Coaches Association. This is separate. There's so many different media outlets and different things that vote. The 13th Region will have Players of the Year and different things. So one of the awards that's come out very, very early, earlier than the other, before the district tournaments even started, is the 13th Region Coaching Association. JD Strange, our good buddy, he's been on the show. He does a lot to make that happen. And what they do is they talk to the coaches. And let's talk a little bit about a couple of the awards that came out this week that we are able to promote some of these folks, and we'll flash it up here on the screen. My internet is actually lagging just a little bit, but right here, the Coaches Association 13th Region Player of the Year from North Laurel, Mr. Reese Davison.
Oh, what can you say about Reese? I mean, he averages close to 20 points a game.
Coach of the Year.
Oh, go ahead, Ronnie. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you go ahead. It was lagging, and I was afraid you didn't catch me. But, yeah, please talk about Reese.
Okay, well, we'll focus on the player first. How's that? Again, Reese Davidson averaging about 20 points a contest. Heading to Liberty next year, D1. So, congratulations to him. But, if you see him in person, the dude's a big dude, and he plays big, and he had a big game last night. We had a chance to see him in an earlier game against South. Again, had a big game there, as well. And so I think well deserving. You'll probably see that name in some other awards as they go on through the rest of the season. But, big shout out there to Reese Davidson, Player of the Year.
That is the 13th Region Coaches Association Player of the Year, Reese Davison from North Laurel. And then the Coach of the Year, his seniors have won a lot of games. Eric Swords has turned the program around. Congratulations. He's a big supporter. He and his wife, Sierra. He is the boys' Coach of the Year for the Coaches Association for the 13th Region.
He's in his fourth year here at Whitley County. Before that, he coached at Berea, and he's been very consistent, actually. And the thing about it is, and you know this good and well, Ronnie, when you're in a district like the 50th, where you have perennial power, South Laurel and Corbin, you kind of get lost in the shuffle. And so, he comes in and he's had 20-win seasons, at Whitley County, and he's on pace to eclipse that this year. 18-8 right now. I will say though, he's got a tough road to hoe this week as he takes on our team from last night, Bell County and North Laurel this week. So he's got some big ones coming up. But the thing about it is, though, Big wins in the district this year as they came up big against South a couple of times, and actually what ended up in a three-way tie, right, in the RPI. So they actually have the number one seed in the upcoming 50th district. And, that's good for them because, again, again, barring, something that might happen, against Williamsburg, again, no offense against Williamsburg, but, they've really positioned themselves to get to the arena. And it's been a while, that Whitley County's been able to get to the region tournament. So, but again, at leadership of Coach Swords and his staff and what they do there and just continuing to build that program. So congratulations to him.
Well, Whitley County, I don't believe has ever played at the arena that I can remember since the tournament's been up there. And it puts a showdown of 2 and 3. South is going to be playing Corbin. Back in 15, I believe it was, when Williamsburg had that great run.
Yeah.
That's the last time that South Laurel didn't make it to the region tournament. So this is the first time in over a decade they both can't go, Steve Black, because they have to play as a 2 and 3 seed. Either Corbin or South Laurel will not be in the 13th region tournament. How is that going to feel?
It's going to be weird. And, talking with Les last night, I think, and I cannot remember the year, I apologize for that, but for Corbin, it's been even longer, that they have not, been in a regional tournament. I think it was like back in the 1700s, the last time that Corbin went. Again, I'm being facetious there, but it's been quite a while that the Red Hounds, so the thing about it is though, and it's again, they just played the other night, Corbin with a big win. Coach Tony Petrosky, Coach Davis over there at South. I mean, they always battle. So that's going to be the interesting game there in the 50th. But I mean, we know this for a fact. Either Corbin or South Laurel, their season's going to end early next week.
Yeah, that's going to be unbelievable. And of course, Eric Sword's on here tonight. There you go, buddy. We're glad to have you watching. Eric, love you, man. Proud of you and everything that you're doing. He's doing a great job. We're going to move on to the girls' side. Now, this is the 13th Region Coaches Association Player of the Year, Miss Claybrook from North Laurel Lady Jaguar. She's just a junior. She has had a monster year, Steve Black.
Yeah, leading her team and both scoring and rebounding, and one of the major players there for Coach Mahan's team. And again, they're always stacked with talent. Brooke Nicholson last year, the McKnight sisters, Bella Sizemore, and again, there's others from years past, but you would think that they would get a drop off, especially last year in the sense of what they lost. No, they just pick up where they left off. Won the Mountain Classic earlier this year. And again, Mariella has a big part in that. So congratulations to her. And again, both Reese and Mariella, again, great awards, well deserving, but there's a lot of, and you'll see this later on, and you post some of the kind of the different things and the different players that perform well in this region. A lot of good players in this region. So for both of them, to get that nod, it says well on them and how they play. And so congratulations to them.
Absolutely. And then our good friend, David T. He's always so good to be a supporter of the 13th Region Media Network. He is the 13th Region Coaches Association Coach of the Year. And with Miss Lamb and company, he's had a great season this year, Steve.
Yeah, I think one thing you can say about Coach Teague and his programs, they're just always consistent. They're in there each and every year. The talent level has, again, in the sense of numbers and stuff, have had, better years and stuff. And I think they had an injury earlier on, and I apologize, forgive me not knowing the name, so to deal with that. But, you mentioned Kyrie and you mentioned Nevaeh, Nevaeh Allen, Kyrie Lamb. They, in their senior years, they've taken up the mantle, and a good solid 19-6 right now going into the last week of the season. But it starts at the top, right? Coach Teague, his staff, the culture that he has there, always consistent. So again, congratulations to him as a Coach of the Year, again with the Coaches Award. So And I see Karen Hill piped in there. So you put a comment there.
Yeah.
Kind of, leads the way there. The athletic training there at South Laurel. Shout out to her.
Yeah. She does a great job, and she's always so sweet. I don't know how come she always is so nice, but Karen, we love you here on the 13th Region Media Network. Glad that you're watching tonight. One more thing before we get our first guest on, Steve, is something that the 49th District decided to do. They're moving next year to a blind draw. And the way that works is basically it doesn't matter your district record, your season record, from what I understand. You've got 5 teams in there. They'll draw their names out of the hat. Somebody's going to get a bye. A lot of districts, Steve, used to do this.
I
went away from it. There's been a lot of speculation.
Ronnie, I think when you say a lot, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think they all did it back in the day, and I'll give you an example. Again,
Yeah.
I never played, I never played athletics at the high school level in the 13th region, but I remember, I was a band guy, by the way, pet band back in, I was there in '82 when Millsboro, the last time that they made the Sweet 16. And I remember that year because in the district, in that year you had Middlesboro, Pineville, Bell. You had Lone Jack. Remember Lone Jack? So they were in that. And I believe Redbird at the time.
Yes.
They were in that district, and they did the blind draw. And guess what? Middlesboro had to go through both Pineville and Bell County just to get to the finals. They did. They ended up playing Lone Jack there in the finals. But again, that and I understand that, and I know there's been a lot of let's just say a lot of interest in what's gone on there. But I think one thing I just want to ask about, and again, I'll just pose this to you, see what you think. But I don't know. I think you ought to be consistent across the board, and maybe this is, the Kentucky High School Athletic Association may look at this, but either do draws or do seeding, and because I know that they leave it up to the districts and things like that. I understand that, but in that regard, be consistent in that. But as for the draw, and I'll give you perspective. If I'm a small school, I'm going to like the draw. I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you because it gives you a chance, right? If I'm a bigger school, I understand it. So I understand it from both sides. I think if your team is good and you play good, it'll show on the court no matter what. So, but it is interesting to see.
You're right. And
that's going on.
Likes it. I tell you,
what was that again, Ronnie? Sorry.
The 50th district. I said, I'll tell you who likes it. The 50th district likes it. The 51st district, what they're doing, and the 49th and the 52nd, because there's a good chance that it doesn't matter how good Clay County's being that year or who else. There's a good chance that one of those teams isn't going to make it. So the other people in the other districts, they can't say that publicly, but they're looking at it saying, wow, we're glad you're doing this, because you could have a Redbird getting a bye in the first round, and you could have 2 of the great teams playing. So we'll leave it at that. And of course, Eric Swords, our buddy there, always talks about the super region and ranking them and playing 1 through 16. Eric, we talked about that. We had you on the show. I think that would be great. But just something to think about. I agree. I think all the districts should do it or not. I don't ever see it going to where it would all be voted.
Well, let's go a step further, Ronnie. We know that the regions do the draw. Do you think you'll ever see a day where, and again, I know, Coach Swartz talk about super regional thing, but would you ever see the day that regionals would actually go seeding, maybe, in the era of RPI? Do you think that would ever happen?
I think it could very well happen. I think that would probably be the most logistic thing that we've seen that would line up with what everybody else is doing. I mean, look at what they did in the 50th. You got 3 teams with the same record. How are they deciding it? They're deciding an RPI, and really you can't complain about it. You play a lame schedule and you play weak teams, and I'm not saying anybody in the 50th did that, but I'm saying if you don't play the schedule, then so the coaches have to balance that. Okay, we're going to play Ashland Blazer the last week of the season. Look at what Swords is doing. He's going to North and Bell the last week of the season. But that's going to, if he wins one of those games, that just makes his RPI even better. We're going to have to move in because both of our guests are already on here. We've been talking great, I want to bring on the superstar from the Whitley County Lady Colonels. Miss Maddie Hopkins is with us tonight. Maddie, thank you for being patient in the back. Steve and I we were just talking about all this stuff going on. How are you doing tonight? Hey, we're doing great. What a season you've had, averaging 20 points a game. Just having a wonderful season here. Thinking about your team and where you are. You guys are ready to get in that district tournament. Obviously, you got to finish your season well. You still got a lot of things to prove, and you're playing in the right direction. You guys have picked up some pretty big wins here lately. How's the mind frame of your team finishing up the regular season?
I think we're just taking each game to get better and really just working towards district, Tom, because we really want to win and go to region this year because it's been a while. And so we're just taking each game as an opportunity to work on it.
And, of course, Steve Black, Maddie comes from a great family, love her family, the good people, athletic. Think about her. I'm going to tell you a story about her because she went to Oak Grove. My daughter went to Oak Grove. I've been watching this little girl play since she was in the 3rd grade. That little pigtail back when she was just a young girl. She was a baller back then at 3rd grade. So she's special to me. I told her that earlier today because I've watched her grow up. She's one of the great ones, Steve Black, for the Whitley County Colonels.
Yeah. I want to ask a quick question, if you don't mind. I got a chance to see you guys. I think it was a preseason. You took on Knox Central, in that contest. So, kind of like the end of last year, coming into this year, what do you think has been the key as your season has gone on to success that you're seeing at this point? Is there anything you can pinpoint in that in regards to your team as to the success that you're enjoying?
Well, we've really this is a newer group. We haven't played together as much as we had last year. And so we've been through a lot together with the coaches and injuries and all that. So I think playing together really got us to where we are today.
Good deal. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Yeah, and one thing that I noticed too, Maddie, about your team, you're a junior, you got Rise, and everybody else, 7th graders, 8th graders. You have a very, very young basketball team. So you, as a junior, it's kind of like you're a senior because you've been playing so long and for such a long period of time. How has the development came for these young girls coming up, and who's really stepped up and you're really proud of them for the effort they're making to help your Colonel team?
Well, Lydia and Aubrey Fort and Jaylee have really stepped up this year. They're in our starting 5. Jaylee's had some big games for us this season. Aubrey Fort's played some good defense, and Lydia's brought a lot of energy. So I feel like they're really growing as the season goes on.
Yeah, that helps you. That just helps you. When people try to key in on you, you got to have somebody step up, and you've done a great job of that so far. And I know your buddy got hurt. Preseason didn't get to play with you all season long. And you had to kind of adjust to having someone else there. When I look at the season, I can see you guys getting better every game. I can see more confidence. I can see you guys just kind of growing as far as that goes. How tough is the district tournament going to be for you guys?
It's going to be tough. It's always a good environment when we play Corbin anyways. But I think this year it means a lot to us. And so it's going to be tough, but I think we have it in us.
Steve, you have any more questions for Maddie?
No, I think now you'll have to help me out here, Ronnie. Now, who do you guys draw in the first round?
We have Corbin.
Okay, so how do you think you match up against them? Give us a little preview. How's that?
Well, this season we lost to him once and beat him once, so we matched up pretty good.
Okay.
It could go either way, but we're gonna do everything to make it go our way.
Hey, there you go. That's the perfect answer, right? It could go either way. It's 50-50. That's what everything is. You're either going to win or lose, right? So but I think, you've had, again, you split with them this year. You see their tendencies, and I think it'll all come down to execution. So, best of luck to you and your team as you enter the district here in about a week.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Ronnie's frozen a little bit there.
Yeah, it looks like he's having trouble.
I know, he's like, we got him froze. Like, right, it's like that. Can you hear us there, Ronnie? I know he said that they were having a little lag, and let's see. Can you get us? I don't know.
Thank you.
Internet section. I hope it's kind of loud, hoping, but yeah, I'm back. Yeah.
And we're back. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But can you hear me?
We're having a little lag, and let's see. Can you get us? I don't know.
Internet section. I hope it's kind of loud, but yeah. I'm back. Yeah.
And we're back. There we go.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you hear me? Yeah, it's definitely. I don't know what's happening with
Hey,
the
we're at
internet,
the mercy of
but
the
I
internet.
hope you
That's
guys
what
can hear
happened,
me
bro.
okay.
I hear you now.
It's crazy because I'm in London, so I'm up in London. That's where I live. But Maddie, I just want to say, and if you don't hear me, you'll go back and hear me. I want people to know she's going to be one of the favorites preseason for Player of the Year next year, coming into her senior year. Watch out for them and what she does. And I don't know, have you thought about college yet, Maddie? Have you kind of been looking at where you're going to go or what's your plans?
Yeah, my options are definitely still open because I can't make up my mind. I'm very indecisive, but I've definitely started looking into it.
Well, hey, I'm going to jump in here. I'll just make a pitch. Now, I do the public address announcing at Union Commonwealth University here in Barberville. Come on over. I would love to have you. How's that?
Yep.
I tell you, with summer ball, that's when people's going to start aggravating you to death.
Yeah.
When AAU and all that stuff starts. So just be ready. Kind of enjoy the rest of this year because it's going to, it's going to get crazy. Les Dixon says, Steve, you just broke 2 rules. So
did
be
I?
careful.
Hey, I'm just a fan. I'm just a fan. Hey, I'm just a fan.
That's right. He's not on payroll. But Maddie, thank you. I'm sorry we had a little internet trouble. Thank you. You know that we're a fan of yours. We're proud of you. Keep up the good work. Good luck in the district tournament. And we'll talk to you down the road.
Thank you guys for having me.
Take care.
You too.
All right. Have a good night. So sorry about the internet there, Steve. I don't know what happened, but we survived the lag. I could hear you guys, but it was just a little off. But I think everything's fine. You able to hear me okay, Steve? Everything all right on your end?
I can hear you now. But yeah.
Okay.
You did go in a kind of a little freeze there for a moment, but that's fine. Now come down to Barberville. We have really good internet. We have really good internet in Barberville, by the way. So just let you know.
You can tell. I can tell you have it better than London. I'm out here. I'm 2 miles from Walmart DC, and your internet's better than mine. But want to talk to one of the up and coming players in the 13th region. We talked about him just a little bit. Mr. Braxton Ferguson is in the house. How you doing, Mr. Ferguson?
Good. How are you?
Hey, I'm glad you're with us tonight. I'm going to brag on you a little bit. About 13.5 points a game. Here's one thing, Steve Black, that impresses me about Braxton. He's shooting 47% from the 3-point line. He said he needs to shoot. Hey, listen here, Coach Sizemore. The boy needs to shoot more 3-pointers, man. He's shooting almost 50% from the field. Are you kidding me? From the 3-point? That is absolutely crazy. Steve Black, you talked about him a little earlier. He didn't get to hear you. I want you to reconnect that and talk about it. What he's meant to this team in your eyes.
Well, Braxton, I had a chance to actually see you back in December. I filled in for the public address there, and you took on Middlesboro, and you could tell from the jump, you got that steal, threw it down there at the beginning of the part of the game. I hope you remember that, but it got the crowd going, but and I had a chance to see you last night as we were able to do the game as well, and you don't play like a freshman, my friend. They say, hey, he's a freshman. I said, no, he's not a freshman anymore. The season has gone on, and you've done very well in that. So how do you attribute your early success, again, in your first year here, again, now, again, apologize. You may have played the varsity last year. And if you did, I do apologize. But how you attribute success, early on in your high school career? How's that?
I'll just try to bring anything I can to the table for the team. Just whatever we need to win, I'll just try to bring that to the table each and every game because every team's different. So whatever coach and team needs me to do, I just try to do it to the best of my ability.
There you go. You mean I'll continue on? How's this? You took on Reese Davidson last night. We commented that was a really good battle. Can you take us through that and how that went last night in that game? Again, that 5-point win in overtime. Great game, by the way. Good atmosphere. But tell me your thoughts in taking on the big senior there from North.
Yeah, Reese is a heck of a player, so we knew that going into the game. And main thing is just try to get him off his rhythm. But no, and I mean he's going to Liberty, so we knew that was going to be a big challenge for us. But yeah, we just tried to go into the game just playing as hard as we could, see what happens.
Very good. So, Ronnie, I'll give it back to you, my friend.
All right, Braxton. One thing impresses me about you: to shoot 85% from the free throw line as a freshman is unheard of. It's just unheard of. And I know you're shooting 47% from the 3-pointers. What is your regiment with free throw? What is your mentality? Because if Shaquille O'Neal would have figured that out, he would be LeBron James numbers in scoring. The dude was horrible at free throw shooting. You got that down pat. What's your regiment? How do you do that?
I think the big thing with shooting is just have confidence. That's what my dad and my coach always tells me. So every time you step up to the line, just have confidence that you can make the shots. That's about it.
Well, that's what you've been doing, man. You just step up there and get them done and blow it down, man. And it's fun to watch. Okay, I got a question for you. Again, I know your dad. He was a baller back in the day. And then your Uncle Michael Ferguson, Dr. Michael Ferguson, is one of my dear friends. And he definitely got the good hair going on. He's always looking good. And he was a baller back in the day. Michael could play. If you had an opportunity to play the old man a game and Uncle Michael, can you beat them? Are they too old for you now? Can you school them pretty easy? Who would win that game?
Yeah, I think now it'd be pretty easy, but I'd like to go back and play them. But I think now I think it's too late now for them.
Yeah,
you don't think
mean as much.
You don't think he'd get that old man strength, and throw one down on you? No,
not anymore.
Maybe a game of horse or pig. They probably couldn't. We'd have to shrink it to 3 letters. But man, it's in your blood, man. You're just a great baller. I've watched you come up, and man, we wanted to promote you tonight, get you on here, make sure everybody knows who you are. Larry Dickerson, our buddy there, he's talking about Brother Ferguson or Brother Michael and calling you a baller. And there's Jordy. You got some people there saying go Braxton. You got some fans. But one good thing, you play on a heck of a team right now to have Blake and Ethan and these guys to mentor you and to help you. A lot of those guys are graduating, and you're going to have to step up next year. Are you ready for that challenge?
Yeah, I'll just try to, like you said, where we have a bunch of older guys, I just try to take away from their game and implement it into mine as much as I can, because I know next year, like you also said, we'll have a few guys graduating, so that's a big step for me next year. So I'll just try to prepare myself as much as I can to be ready for next season.
Steve, we got folks from Missouri or Misery, depends on how you look at it. Kenneth Powell Jr. watching us the show. Proud of you, Braxton. Do you know who that is?
No, sir.
Hey, I've been in O'Fallon. I've been in O'Fallon a few times back in the day there. I think Lindenwood, I believe. I think it's there in O'Fallon. I may be wrong there, but I did a basketball game broadcast there at the college level one time. But yeah, it's good that we're getting some coverage from way out in the Midwest. I wanted to jump in real quick and just ask you, Braxton, you guys are getting ready for district play. I know you got some big games coming up this week. I know you've got Whitley County, and of course you've got a nice one there on Friday with Ashland Blazer. And we were talking about this earlier in the show. Your team in North, you guys don't shy away from playing the tough teams. How do you like doing that in regards to playing those tough teams? Sometimes it doesn't reflect in the record, but kind of tell us about kind of the excitement to get a chance to play some of these top teams. You had a chance to play Madison Central, a couple weeks ago as well, and these are teams that you could possibly meet at state. So could you take us a little bit through your thoughts and feelings that you had a chance to compete with these teams?
I just think it's always fun to play out of region teams, teams that you might not see often, even out of state teams. Like we traveled to Dobbins Bennett to play the team from South Carolina and a few teams down in Tennessee. So I just think it's fun playing different teams like that because they can always prepare you for state.
Very much so. Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead. I think you were.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's state and all the postseason basketball.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
as soon as district starts up, a whole new season begins.
Let's talk about district for a moment. So again, I know you got some games this week still, but district coming up, and so what is the plan as you go into the district? Again, everybody was talking about last night. This would be a potential maybe regional final. Of course, a lot of things have to happen before that would happen again. Got to get through district first. So tell us about maybe your mindset or the team's mindset as you kind of finish the season, get into district play.
Yeah, I just think once district starts, the record goes back to 0-0, and then you just have to take one game at a time. Just look for the team you're about to play, and just can't look ahead too far.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get past that first game in district, right? Because if you don't, it doesn't matter, right?
Yep.
Yep. Very good. Well, Ronnie, I'm dominating this. I'll give it back to you. It's your show, my friend. I'll give it back to you, my friend.
No. And I'm just sitting here shaking my head thinking this kid's a freshman and says, it's 0-0, one game. What a great. And I just want to tell you, Braxton, I wanted you to be on here tonight. And you got a shout out from big bro Trevor is watching you tonight, and he's giving you some love. God's given you great talent. We're proud of you. We wanted to get you some exposure so that everybody knows who you are, because next year, Steve Black said it at the beginning of the show, remember the name. But you know what? You recognize who the good Lord is and how the good Lord's blessed you. And we believe he's got great things in store for you. And we're fans of you, buddy. And we're here for you if we can ever do anything. And we appreciate you taking time to be with us tonight.
Thank you.
Good luck to you in the rest of the season.
All right. Appreciate you guys.
All right.
All right.
A couple good
Braxton,
kids. Couple good kids there,
Ferguson,
Ronnie.
Steve Black, thank you for joining for these segments here. And to these two great athletes, Maddie Hopkins and Mike Ferguson's nephew, Mr. Braxton Ferguson. One thing we'll say, and then I'll give you your final comment, and we're going to take a break. If you can take us to our break from your last comments. The 13th region has some phenomenal. Don't just think Reed Shepherd, just Trent Noah. There's some great athletes, boys and girls in the 13th region. And there's some young athletes that's come up. 13th region's in good shape.
Yeah, I think, as the years go by, it's always in good shape. You think that, you get players that move on and do different things. It's like, what's going to happen? Is it going to be a low? Others step up, and you're seeing it with your guests here tonight, future stars as well, that's going on. And there's some out there that not even heard of yet that we'll hear in the next year or two. And it's just a tribute to the programs and to the student athletes here in the region. I always love, the everything that goes on in the 13th region, and and maybe there's somebody out there that will achieve the success in the sense as Reed Shepherd is experiencing right now, in the NBA. And I think it makes everybody proud, region proud, if you will, to see the success. And another person I'll just mention, Jordan Brock. If you remember Jordan, she was a big player on those Harlan teams back in the day, won a couple, some regional titles, played her college ball at Tennessee Tech. They retired her number Friday night over there at Harlan. And, again, so we again, there's so many to name, right? We could be here forever now, but you're totally right. 13th region has a lot of great talent. So it looks like Ronnie is in a holding pattern again. with that great internet up in London week. So we'll see if he can. You
All
hear me,
right, all
Ronnie?
right. With us tonight. Yeah. Can you hear me? I got you.
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take us to a break. Thank you, Steve Black, for being with us tonight.
Oh, thanks for having me.
No doubt in the world we live in today, security is our number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton have over 60 years experience in the industry and protect over 12 states. Make sure you check out their new location at 116 Shiloh Drive in London, Kentucky. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for your sponsorship of the 13th Region Media Network.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Gondolier's Italian Restaurant and Pizza had been around since 2009. They're locally owned and operated and enjoy sharing their made-from-scratch Italian favorites, such as oven-fresh pizza and the sweetest desserts in the London and surrounding community. They use fresh ingredients and offer something for everyone's taste: pizza, pasta, burgers, wings, sandwiches, and lots more. And don't forget those made-from-scratch cakes. Whether you're a beloved customer or for the first time, we'd love to welcome you to Gondolier's Italian Restaurant, off exit 41 in London.
Life is full of surprises. Some good, some unexpected. That's why you need protection for your home, your car, and your family's future. I'm Agent Jimmy Storm, your local Kentucky Farm Bureau agent, and I'll help you find personalized coverage that fits your needs and your budget. Call me today at 606-528-2030 for a free quote and a peace of mind.
If you have a building project, please consider the good folks at Aikens Construction and Excavating. Their company's history is rooted in a family legacy passed down from generation to generation. They have over 50 years of home building experience. They will build any size house. They've built commercial jobs such as banks, gas stations, and restaurants. And more importantly, they'll take care of the whole process. You won't have to worry about it. Call Jordan Aikens today, 606-215-7531. Proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network.
This is Donovan Storm here, the manager at the Kentucky Farm Bureau office, the South Laurel Agency here on West Cumberland Parkway in Corbin. My office offers a full line of insurance products to protect your family and your business needs. We offer home, auto, life, health, workers' compensation, and business insurance. I have a friendly staff that's ready to assist you. Give us a call at 528-2030. Again, my staff is located at 1456 West Cumberland Parkway, Corbin, Kentucky.
Let me introduce you to pharmacist Sierra Swords and the good folks at Heritage Pharmacy. Heritage Pharmacy is an independently owned pharmacy located within the Dayspring Regional Health Center at Cumberland Regional Mall. They offer prescription refills, consultation, OTC medications, immunizations, and have a convenient drive-through. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call them today, 606-560-6580. That's Heritage Pharmacy in the Cumberland Regional Mall in Williamsburg.
We blaze trails where others won't, refusing to settle for the status quo. We hunger for something more, and we'll stop at nothing to achieve it. Riding across great plains, over mountain passes, and through the heart of America to see more, feel more, be more. This is our American dream. Ride with us.
Laurel County Sheriff John Root would like to wish all the student athletes of the 13th region a very happy, successful, and injury-free season. He'd also like to invite you to come see the brand new state-of-the-art Sheriff's Office located at 1380 Kentucky 192 East in Laurel County. From all the staff serving Laurel County, we thank you for being proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network. When it comes to protecting what you love, you want an insurance agent that cares more about you, more about your world, and more about what you need. And that's exactly what you'll get from Corbin Insurance Agent Zach Davison. He's my insurance agent, and he's an agent that doesn't just know about Corbin, but he lives here, and he wants to protect life here. Contact Zach today. It's located on Cumberland Falls Highway in Corbin, Kentucky. You're in good hands with Allstate. Are you ready to get more out of your television experience? Then consider the good folks at American Cable. Chris Markham and his crew will do their best to give you a great experience because they are your local dish premier retailer. They're located in the Oak Tree Plaza on North Laurel Road. Call them today at 606-712-4203. They have packages starting at $89.99 a month. That's American Cable, proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network.
When searching for a home, experience matters. And here at Clayton Homes of London, we've had the same management for over 25 years.
We take pride in servicing you from start to finish, beginning with our 1-year warranty and our award-winning service team.
Don't get caught up in home-only pricing. Our base packages include delivery, setup, footers, and heat pump.
Come on by, we'll treat you like family.
Have you heard about the store of Lily? Have you seen all the traffic? Let me tell you about my good friend, Lonnie Collins, a proud sponsor of the 13th Region Media Network. He has a store in Lily that has a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and all at a price that you can afford. He's overstocked. He's right in Lily between London and Corbin at 5547 U.S. Highway 25. Go see Lonnie Collins today. He'll take care of you. If you're looking to increase the value of your home, one of the best ways to do that is by your curb appeal and your landscape. You need to go see my friends Josh and Cam Maxey. This project here was my house. They did an unbelievable job and increased the value of my property by thousands of dollars. There's no job too big, no job too small. For all your mowing, landscaping, and curbing needs, call Josh Maxey today at dusk till dawn, 606-224-0715. Are you looking for the ultimate place to train? Welcome to Legend Training Studio, located at 100 Botcho Way in London, Kentucky. They're behind Walmart and next to Center Target. Step into the state-of-the-art facility, packed with premier equipment and over 13,000 pounds of free weights. Train with confidence and recover in our dry heat saunas. With 24/7 access, your schedule never holds you back. That's Legend Training Studio, where strength becomes a lifestyle. And we're back here on Martin's Peterbilt presentation of In the Huddle on the L4 Security Media Network. We appreciate our fine sponsors that make this happen so that we can promote these student athletes. You know, we're at games every night. We've got people taking pictures. Les Dixon and Darren Spencer run their legs off promoting the student athletes of the 13th region. We take pride, and it's our sponsors to make it happen. They do compensate. We give them these air times, but they help us pay for our photographers and our website and for all the production. We will highlight one of our first-year sponsors, some very mean a lot to me, them for years, and they're good people. It's the good folks from Clayton Homes in London, Kentucky. They're located just across the street, really, from North Laurel High School. John Baker, one of the dearest people he for a very long time, are the leaders there. And we want to welcome to the show tonight Mr. Tyler Dunn. Tyler is one of the salespeople there at Clayton Homes. He's been there now for a few years, and one of the top performers from his area, and what he.
I think I can hear you, Ronnie. Maybe if you can hear me. Nope. Maybe. Hello. See here.
Such a all right. Tyler, I think we're back. Let's try it again. How can you hear me? Hear me?
I can hear you so much better now, Ronnie.
Well, I just literally I had to reload the page. I'm so sorry, but for those of you, we don't care. It's on YouTube anyway. People are going to go back and watch it, and we can get it going. Tyler, Larry Dickerson on here saying what's up. He's watching us right now. Let's talk a little bit about John Baker, downtown Austin Brown, Melinda Fox, yourself. Talk about the crew that's working there. Larry Dickerson, Marvin, Mike, James Pow Pow, Kelvin. Talk about what's going on there in London. You guys have a remarkable place there that takes good care of people.
Yes, sir. So the first thing is, thank you for having us on. Thank you for allowing us the opportunity to be a sponsor this year. And shout out to Larry. I know that everything that we've accomplished over the past couple of years since I've been there, and everything. Our last year we had a phenomenal year. Year over year, we're a top 5 in the entire state of Kentucky in total sales and revenue, as far as families that are taken care of and homes sold. So we're really grateful for that. But Larry Dickerson is truly the heart of everything that we do. That service department, and Ronnie, you had a huge part in showing him the ropes. So we're really grateful for you as well. But yeah, from the top down, we've had the same management as we mentioned in our commercial for going on 30 years. So just like any team, if you look at, Nick Saban, Coach Cal, his run at UK, Tom Izzo, Coach Mike Krzyzewski. I know that's a kind of a curse word to say Mike Krzyzewski, but you look at these successful coaches in any sport. If you have a head coach for an extended period of time, that typically shows stability and then also accomplishments that have, been good and on the plus side of things. So we're very grateful to have that same leadership for so many years. And so from the top, you'd mentioned John Baker on down. So Melinda Fox is now our sales manager. But, we're grateful for what she brings, her experience to the team, and we're hoping to see more of a leadership role from her moving forward. And then of course downtown Austin Brown. He is, I guess you partner in crime, whatever, what have you. He sits right next to me, and I just kind of joke with him all day about having 22 kids.
He's not joking.
No, that's one thing, I say, I'm like, Austin, how do you find time to work? I'd be at the grocery store, 3 hours a day. And but all that to say, when you have a workplace where people are on the same page, where people are, looking to see how they can help their neighbor, help the person next to them, because we all have kids. We all get sick babies. We go on vacation. So things happen where we have to cover for one another. And I'm really grateful to be at a store where we can lean on one another, whether that's in the sales, whether that's with management, or Larry and some of the other folks there in service. So for us personally, we have a really well-oiled machine, and it really shows through, with all the homes sold and all the families that we work with.
And we're talking to Tyler Dunn. He's one of the sales folks there at Clayton Homes of London, right across from North Laurel High School. Yep. Clayton Homes. I'm sitting in a Clayton Homes home. My mother, I put her in a Clayton Homes. My daughter behind me in Clayton Homes. When people think are double wide, we call them homes now because I'm sitting in a 9-foot ceiling, all drywall house with a full fireplace, 32 by 80. Over 2,400 square foot home. That's beautiful. That's on you know what I'm saying? I believe in Clayton Homes. And my point to that is when people think of mobile home or the industry, they think of these little things that their great aunt lived in 1978 that squeaked when they walked across the floor with puke orange carpet and no air conditioner and all these things. Talk about the quality that people can get from Clayton Homes.
Absolutely. And that's something that I love to talk about because one, it's my livelihood, but two, living in Southeastern Kentucky and being from here, just like you had mentioned, many different family members, friends, you see the quality, how much it has changed. So it's no longer taboo to live in a trailer or manufactured house. And for those listening online and not video, I am using quotation marks because so many folks, when they come in and see a home, let's say that they bought a home in 1997 new, and they're coming in to purchase another home. Their expectations are completely different from when they walk into a house. So when it comes to quality built, we've unrolled about 3 years ago a whole new system for what is called Energy Smart Zero. Now that's our insulation values, the quality of materials, the appliances that are used. So everything you could go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get. Of course, wood is wood. 2x4s are 2x4s. 2x8s for the flooring. those are high quality materials that you're going to get across the board. But if you look at our appliances, Samsung appliances that are stainless, you're also going to get Rheem hot water heaters. Your handles on all of your doors are going to be quick set. So these are the same materials. Me personally, my wife and I, we live here in Barville, and we had bought a home in town and spent 9 months renovating it before we got to move in. And for us, that was just the option that we ended up going. And I remember this was before I worked at Clayton Homes, and I had no idea of the quality of some of the homes. My family has land. Looking back, it would have been a very viable option and would have been more affordable if I would have just bought a home and then put it on some of my family property, instead of thinking I need to do all this by myself. I need to figure out how to get up with contractors, go through the headache of people doing shoddy work and then having
Right.
to redo it. And so for us, we spent 9 months. Now, this was after I already closed on the house. I paid a mortgage for 9 months, Ronnie, before I moved into our home. We're very grateful for it. It's a beautiful home. We're so happy with it. But for us, if I could go back, as they say, ignorance is bliss. We're really happy with everything as the way it's turned out. But looking back, it was a very, very good option if I went the Clayton route. So um, one of the big things I like to tell people is when you look at the windows, when you look at insulation values. I've had several folks that come in and they haven't been in a newer home. And then they'll actually tell me, now I want good windows. I want to make sure it's got good insulation. So back in the 90s and even early 2000s, they sold like upgraded window packages and different things like that. Now, what used to be an upgrade is the industry standard across the board. So we're really, really grateful for that.
Well, I just was pulling this up while I wasn't being disrespectful being on my phone, but just to
Oh,
show
no,
you,
you're
Steve Black, he's saying Tyler Dunn, you're the man. And Steve Black's the man, actually.
No,
All
the
right,
voice of gold that man has.
literally, he is ear candy, no doubt about it.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
I wanted to show this right here, Tyler. I just mentioned I have a 2,400 square foot Clayton home, 4 bedroom,
sir.
2 bath. We know how the temperatures were last month.
Mhm.
My utility bill, just to you can talk about the energy, is $234 for a
Yeah.
4 bedroom home in the
Yeah.
worst cold that we had forever. You tell
Unbelievable.
me how you can
Yep.
do that. And that's the
Yep.
thing that people don't understand. These things aren't, have toilet paper in the
Yeah.
middle of them or
Yeah.
newspapers. I mean, literally, I was blown away at what my
That's right.
utility bill was. So we're talking Tyler Dunn from Clayton Homes of London, across from North Laurel High School. And I encourage people to come by. How many units do you have on the lot? What's the best way for people to get a hold of you guys? They can get a hold of Melinda. They can get a hold of you. They can get a hold of
That's right.
Austin. Let's close this out. Tyler, telling people the best way to get a hold of you guys.
Yeah. So our phone number, of course, if you have Facebook, which if you're on this show, you could be watching online. If you just type in Clayton Homes, London, Kentucky, you'll see that. So you can directly message us on our Facebook page. Our number is posted. We have cell phone numbers posted. We have office posted. Every bit of that, you can find us directly online. Also, our website, we have links everywhere. But also 1600 Hal Rogers Parkway, like you had mentioned, right across the road from North Laurel. Or I like to even say, if you're coming, from Beattyville or Boonville through that area, any listeners in that area, right across from New 30, that's our store. You can come by Monday through Saturday. We're open from 9 till 5. And like you had mentioned, myself, Austin Brown, or Melinda Fox, we're more than happy to my main goal is when I first meet a person, okay, none of us are gimmicky. I know my team that work with me, we don't have a written script. We don't have a one liner, kind of like we don't see someone pull up, look at each other and say, oh, I got a sucker right here, I'm going to hit him with my best line. It's nothing like that. Nothing like if there's a bad reputation that comes with sales or car business where people are just looking to kind of you know have a go-to line. There's no game, I guess you could say, with us. We really want to listen to each individual, hear what their needs are, and then present options. And for us, our homes right now, I think we have, I want to say, at least 24 on display, with close to 40 in stock, several across the road. So if you see a home that you love, we can sell you a home that's on display, or we may have a backup that's never been walked in, and you can get an identical home that we have on the side as well. And of course, ordering. Right now, our longest wait time is about 8 weeks. Some as short as 4 weeks. So some single wides I'm getting in 4 weeks, and then up to 8 weeks for some of our more custom homes that you had mentioned, like yours. So a Clayton Built Norris and Rutledge. That's going to be our 2 drywall manufacturers, and we're really grateful for all of our builders that we team up with. And I'll probably end with this. So we have some new inventory that we recently got. So over the next probably 2 weeks, we're going to be finishing it out, putting in some more furniture, and having some new homes that are fresh. And we've collaborated with Clayton Norris for an exclusive. No other store in the entire nation has this home on display. We stayed on the phone for, my goodness, I would say 6 hours straight, refining and changing things for a custom floor plan that we're really excited to show. And also our new office. Our brand new office is going to be set on the foundation Tuesday. So a lot of exciting things will be completed by the spring at our office there in London. So we're really excited for some promotions and just to meet people's needs. So.
Well, Tyler, thank you for being with us. You know I love you, buddy. I'm proud
Yes,
of
sir.
you. If we can ever do anything, we appreciate you supporting us for the basketball season, and hopefully you'll keep supporting us on the other sports that are coming up. But thank you for being with us tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I just need to make a new commercial for the fall sports. So I want to say I love you and appreciate you too, Ronnie.
Yeah. You too, man. Have a great evening, and
right.
Give my love to everybody.
All right.
That was Tyler Dunn from the Clayton Homes of London, across from North Laura High School. Make sure you go and see these guys. I apologize. The internet has been crazy here. I live in London. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. But we lagged a little bit, but we got back on there. We appreciate all of our sponsors. Appreciate everybody that's been with us tonight here on Martin's Peterbilt's presentation of In the Huddle on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network. We hope you've enjoyed Martin's Peterbilt presentation of the Game of the Week. Brought to you by Martin's Peterbilt of London, Kentucky. Your local Farm Bureau agents, Donovan and Jimmy Storm. Restyles Consignment Store on Ford Street in Corbin. Sierra Swords and the good folks at Heritage Pharmacy in Williamsburg. Wildcat Harley Davidson in London, Kentucky. Your local Allstate agent, Zach Davison from Corbin. The L4 Security Group in London, Kentucky. Your premier dish provider, American Cable. Lonnie Collins and the Store of Lily. Clayton Mobile Homes of London, Kentucky. Dusk Till Dawn, Lawn and Landscaping and Curb Appeal. Aikens Construction and Excavation. All sponsors of the Game of the Week here on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network.